Okay, so initially when we started the project, the idea was to find a team and work out a project where people with different drawing styles can come together and work under one shape and create one thing. It was kind of an experimental idea, but then later on it became more and more serious as like people were giving there was lots of interest in this project, so we set up like series of workshops together with Phil Malloy, who was like the supervisor of the production and advisor, not supervisor, but advisor of the production, and he gave a big help. So we took a series of interviews of people sharing their thoughts and their memories about their fathers, and we spread them among this group of directors, and everybody was interpreting in his own like way each interview. And at the end, when we started putting everything together, we found out that there is a need of someone who is going to be kind of the dictator in this project, because the project was all over the place and it was like too many metaphors, too many symbols, and it wasn't that clear for watching and for perceiving. So initially I was supposed to be one of those 5 directors, but then I had to step out and kind of direct the 5 directors and kind of lead them and keep everything together. So that was my role. And I don't have a single drawing in this film. Actually, everything was done by those 5 directors. Like Veljko Popovic from Croatia, Moritz Mayhofer from Germany, Dim Jagudin from Bulgaria, Rossi Ralev from Bulgaria, and Asparuh Petrov from Bulgaria. So the composer, who is from Bulgaria, also played a very big role, because at the end his name is Petar Dundakov, and when he was writing the music, he found some orders of the scenes that they were musically unlogical. So he had some suggestions to rearrange the film here and there, and we tried his suggestions, we tried them out, and I think it worked better. So he has also a very big influence on how the film goes, and I think everyone involved in this project has a very big influence of the film.
So each story has actually been experienced by some specific person, right?
Yeah. We took about between 20 and 30 interviews from people, let's say my generation in Bulgaria, sharing their thoughts and memories about their fathers. And then later on we all came together and we were making extracts of those interviews, of the bits and places where you have like strength and gravity, where you can really go and interpret these pieces. And when we put them together, we found out that actually the whole film becomes some sort of a trial against the father. It was very, very dark, and that was we didn't have such an intention, and we wanted to have some light and bright moments as well, but apparently the pain, where the pain is, there is the most gravity in the interviews. So then we were like going around and hesitating what we should do with this, some sort of trial against this figure, and then we invented the figure and the voice of the father, which gave him some sort of like platform, like a tribune, to respond to all these like answers, questions and blamings. And the father actually it's a fictional thing. We haven't interviewed the father for the film. And when we incorporated the voice of the father, it became some sort of a dialogue between the children and the father. And what I find like very interesting is that because I also went on the first like the test interviews, and then you sit and talk with someone that you hardly know, like the journalist, and you start sharing things about your parents that you never go and talk about those things with your parents. Somehow you have dinners and everything, celebrations, and you talk about like politics and society or the weather or whatever, but you never go back to those moments that you felt pain, and you never discuss those things with your parents. And after this interview, I kind of tried to approach my father and have this conversation, but it didn't work out. So it's very strange that people sit in front of someone that they hardly know and they share thoughts and memories that they cannot go back and talk with their parents to. So the fictitious bit of this film is that it kind of recreates this almost impossible dialogue between the kids and their father.
Have you shown the film to your father?
Yeah. I've shown it to my father, but my story is not inside.
Of course.
And at first, I don't know. He had kind of odd reaction. He said that life is not only like that bad, but then later on he watched it. I don't know. I gave him a disc or something. He watched it, I don't know, once or twice more, and he came back and he appreciated it a lot. So.
The very last question, can you share with us your impressions about Animateka?
So far, I'm here since the morning and I love it. It's like everyone is very kind. It's not a big festival, I'm scared of big festivals. So I really love it. I went up the hill, it's fantastic. The city is fantastic and I'm looking forward to go and enjoy the festival.